So yesterday was icy, today is icy and snowy. Hey, Misha, why didn't you pay your tax? Because you didn't deliver the letter, and if you did, I couldn't get to it. Well, maybe some other day. This is actually a very beautiful sight. Should we do part 2 of de-icing everything? Many of you commented yesterday that it was very enjoyable ASMR, and you would have never thought that you would enjoy the video of a dude taking ice off things. And yeah, well, watch out for the lip. This is actually very beautiful. Do we still have ice on the leaves? Alright, let's have a quick look inside Apex to give you a couple of updates, starting with the Cupra. Yesterday Martin, the Nürburgring electrician, was here, so he did some coding on it. It's still not done, so we'll do like a more detailed video on the electrical part of things, because we still need to connect some additional sensors. We found out that we need to do a couple of more mods to it if we decide to run VLN, but it's not very unlikely that we will end up running VLN at some point. The second driver that we still have to introduce to you might say halfway through the season after running RCN, like, hey, you know, let's do a VLN race, right? I know you're watching. I might say like, hey, let's do it. Or maybe someone else of you gonna say like, hey, can we rent a Cupra for VLN race? And the differences in the regulations between RCN and VLN are not that big. The main difference is, previously we said we're not gonna put the fire extinguisher system because, well, someone might accidentally push it and then everything goes up in smoke or in foam, like it happened before in one of the companies I used to work for. Someone mentioned that in the comments. For RCN, it's sufficient to have just a fire extinguisher. So we are going to put the extinguisher system, like a full fire suppression system, just to make sure that we could run VLN, and we'll just have to make sure to secure the switch, that no one just accidentally will press it. Moreover, the car will be going out with instructor pretty much always, and you will have a very detailed instructions of how to use the car. So you can, basically you'll be well aware not to push that button to cover yourself in foam or smoke. So there's that. There's another small requirement, is to put the gearbox in neutral when the power is switched off. So basically you need to bypass the security system mechanically, which is not a big deal, but just like I thought it would be interesting to mention it to you. Some electrical wire cutoffs. And I think that's pretty much it. We still need to find out what we are going to do regarding the regulations, because some people say you can down-tune the car. Other people say you're not allowed to touch the engine mapping, and you cannot down-tune the car when it comes to class regulations, because currently the car, usually with 2-liter engine, you would fit in the V2T class up to 2 liters. And 275 horsepower, but since this car has 300 horsepower, or actually even more if you put it on a dyno, you might have to run in a higher class, VT3 class, where you can run, I think, up to 2.5 liter and up to X amount of horsepower. Now, what needs to happen now is we need to write a letter to DMSB, the German FIA, and say like, hey, this is the car we have, it has this amount of horsepower, what do we need to do? Will you require us to run in a higher class, or will you allow us to run with the lower class, not allowed to downtune the car, but put extra ballast, so the power to weight ratio will be lower? It's hard to say. It's not up to us or up to anyone in the comments to decide. It's really, we need to send it to DMSB with the request, say this is our situation, what do we need to do, and then hope for the best, and then just make the best of it. I mean, even running at the higher class, this will, I think, allow us to raise the power slightly. It's a bit weird, but we'll keep you up to date. Long story short, in 2 months we'll have our first race, and I'm very excited for that. I think that's pretty much it when it comes to the Cupra. We ordered the seats. as well for it. Everything else is pretty much, yeah, it's a production class car, so there's not much that will be changed. E30, quick update. It's shining, significantly shining a lot. Probably phone is not good enough to capture the job that Pete did to it, because it's really significantly shiny. Come on. Ooh. Right, what I want to say is that we have a big update, not underneath the bonnet. This update will happen sometime later, maybe probably even after the season. The engine is supposed to be rebuilt, refreshed, because currently I believe it has a minor leak from the rocket cover gasket, I think. But it will be rebuilt and modified with carbon fiber airbox, etc. Just make it more raw and spicy and like more emotional, so to say. But more importantly, everyone has been asking, like, what's up? Why does the car not have any badges? Well, this is the question that you should ask the owner before the owner that we bought it from, because he resprayed it back in '89 already, I think, and took off all the badges and also made this styling to the engine. It's something you can agree or disagree on. It's all up to you. But he basically debadged the car and put the badges in the wrong place as well. This is completely off, and the front one we have, or Pete has already relocated, because it was on the wrong position. I think it was too high. Someone can look up the vlog when we picked it up. But long story short, look what we have here. We have the badges. To put the badges back on the car, to put it in the original shape, some extra additional stuff, and I think it's like between 100 and 150 euros per badge. Original BMW parts, but we are going to restore the car to its former glory. Keeping the color as of now, for now. I think Robert's supposed to publish the video today, like a general update video as well, so you can check out more on his channel. But badges will go back on and replace them in the proper position. I think it should go a bit lower. And regarding respray, some people are going to ask, like, are you going to paint it back to red? It's all up to him, but definitely not this season. Now, that's about it about those two cars. We also have here E92 M3, the famous H631 record holder car, the car that did 659 and also faster, but there is no video proof of that because there was some illegal overtaking on the right, maybe. Anyhow, very famous car for the new audience. And if you guys gonna say like, hey, can you tell us more about it? Robert is coming over tomorrow. Maybe we can make a video on this, include some of the older onboards to explain you what makes it so special, just like this car, just to give you an update. There are some updates planned for this car, I think. But I'm just gonna give you one update. By the way, the biggest thing that distinguishes this car is there we go. So we have here a stroker motor, which is similar to the M3 GTS, basically a 4.4 liter providing 500 horsepower. And Fabsan, you all know him, and people who don't know, it's the guy who sold us GT3 RS 991.1, yeah, and bought a Shimmer M3 E92, and now he sold this E92 Shimmer M3 and bought another E92 Shimmer M3, but then basically a full GT like this one with a 4.4 stroker liter engine and a lot more crazy than that, and maybe, well, similar spec. And we are definitely going to make a video on that once the car gets here, once we will be driving on the track again, but just like a small update regarding all of that. I think that's pretty much it, what I wanted to show and tell you. Definitely need to clean the car. So let's go to the track, maybe just see what's happening there. Not much. There is something, going to give you a small update and a teaser for tomorrow's video. Look at the GT86 having an ice beard. The entry path into Hudson-Bach. It's interesting that the gate is open, but there are no No traces of a car running here. Guess what I'm gonna do? Look how beautiful this is. Go to the track or crack some puddles. Track, puddles, track, puddles, track, puddles. Track is not gonna go anywhere, but the puddles might go. This is actually a reference that I like to use as an example to 2019 November when I went to SEMA Motor Show with Bilstein. We did a cross-desert trip, very unique content, very kick-ass. It was just like good vibes as well. It was just amazing, something very unique. And it had like 9,000 views per video, 8,000, sometimes like 15. And then the following day, or the day I got back to the Nürburgring, it was icy, snowy. I come here in Hatzenbach, I step on some puddles, make a puddle crushing content, and it gets like 60,000 views. So whenever like I get some like brand deals my way or something to do something like that, I say, guys, honestly, don't waste your time. If it's not Nürburgring related, my audience does not care. They would rather see me crack puddles open at the Nürburgring than skydiving from Burj Khalifa in Dubai, honestly. But speaking of beautiful scenery at the Nürburgring, look at that. In any case, ooh, that's not only, look at that, it's actually frozen and covered in snow. Wow. Let's not break it too much. But we can hear some trucks going there. Maybe we'll see a tractor entering the track or coming off the track. The reason for that, there is some big track update going on. Yeah, there we go. There is a big track update going on, but we're gonna do it tomorrow together with the Nürburgring. So we're gonna walk and show you what is happening. One of the most major updates from the many last couple of years. I should take a picture of that, by the way. So that's going to be today, tomorrow, sorry. Sorry for the very low content vlog today, but still some updates, daily content as promised. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you tomorrow when we're gonna go on the track, or maybe day after tomorrow, but we will try for tomorrow on the track, yeah, and show you what is happening there. It's very exciting, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. And I'll be here just breaking more ice